face, man. You all right with it. You know?
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Be what?
Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
What does transform mean? Look that word up.
Google it or
You can Google it or you can blue letter. Whichever one. He said to be transformed in the renewing of your mind.
transform definition.
Here's the definition of transform.
Just read it, bro. You,
Yeah, no.
fuck her.
No,
I got it. Make a
Make a thorough. I got it. Make a thorough or dramatic change in the form, appearance, or character of.
Read that again.
Make a thorough or dramatic change in the form, appearance, and character thereof. Hey, our families got pissed because we did that. What do you so now all of a sudden you don't do that no more? You can't do this, you can't do that. Why you do this now?
You don't
Why
celebrate
you wearing it like that now?
Grandma's birthday was last week. Why you ain't show up?
Well, undergo a transformation, change the voltage of anyway. That's electric. Let me get some of the synonyms on that first definition. Change, alter, convert and be healed, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? Wait, where we go? Metamorphosis. Yeah, metamorphosis. Yeah.
God, isn't that what the caterpillars do
Yep.
when they
Become
turn
something totally different. From a worm, from crawling on an earthworm, Jacob that worm,
God.
into a flying butterfly. Transfigure. When the Lord transfigured, transmute, mutate, revolutionize, overhaul, remodel, reshape, redo, reconstruct, rebuild, reorganize, rearrange, rework, renew, revamp, remake, retool,
Now,
transmorgify.
now,
Morph.
don't take it like we supposed to morph like a damn Power Ranger. You know, on Pokemon when you evolve and shit. No, not meaning your character, your behavior, your conversation is supposed to evolve and change from the old person that you once was. Now you have a better character, man.
God, yeah, your inner man.
You know, you're a changed man, so to speak. You know how some niggas say when they get out of prison, "Well, I'm a changed man.
I'm rehabilitated.
I'm rehabilitated." You know, which prison ain't supposed to.
Worse situation.
That should make niggas worse, actually.
Yeah.
But really, this word is what's supposed to really change you, man.
Yeah.
This is supposed to rehabilitate
Yeah,
you.
but it's the real truth of what happens. The prison is the same thing that these niggas do, thinking they coming into the truth with that mentality.
Yeah.
They bring everything that they knew and then add it to what they learned in this time period and put them together and make that work. No, you got to get rid of everything else and then start fresh with this. That's why it says as a newborn babe, you have to throw all that out and start over from scratch, from the beginning, from your genesis, to put that back into your body. Yes, sir?
1 John chapter 2, verse 15 to 17.
Get my bottle.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
Plain, man. It's gonna pass away, man. The Lord he hates this world, and you're supposed to hate this world too. Now we ain't telling you to hate music.
Right.
That's not what we're saying. But what we are saying is all that nigga carnal shit that you're doing with the music, that needs to cease. All that rapping and boasting and bigging yourself up and your group up, that shit is of the world. That shit is vain as hell, man.
Yeah, I say it like this.
And then making threats as well on top of that, talking about you got guns and you sound no different than these drill niggas that make these demonic ass rap songs, talking about killing each other left and right. You perpetuate that spirit in Israel. The same spirit that's out there where these niggas listening to it, bumping in their 15-inch speakers, and it's putting demons on them to make them want to go and kill other niggas. You putting that spirit in Israel with that.
You're trying to introduce it to this truth and it don't belong here. I want to say this though. It's about time you guys all mature. That hip-hop rap shit, that low-level shit that you niggas try to emulate, that's for kids, man. This Israelite thing, this whole truth thing is for the mature.
It's for the men.
That's for men. Once you mature on a spiritual level, that's when it's for you. This young man he's mature on a spiritual level. That's why he's able to be in there. And the other young men. But there's a lot of old-ass niggas, man, that have fell out that can't grow up. That's the damn problem. You don't know how to grow up and mature. If you're in your damn 40s and 50s, still listening to Snoop Dogg and listening to this new rap with the skinny jeans and shit, you need to grow the fuck up, man. That's kiddie shit, man.
Hey, even the following trend shit.
Yeah.
Challenges and trends that Jake do in the world. Jake's in the truth. Be participating, man.
Social media, that's all for kids, man.
Memes
Keep track
and
of your
shit.
children, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what does the script say? When I became a man, I put away
Childish
childish
things.
things.
Thank you.
Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and show yourselves men.
Yep.
Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors.
Yeah, because there's the difference. When we were boys, we were never children. We were always groomed from the start to become men. From birth, our fathers groomed us to become men. And our daughters were groomed to be women from birth. The first things that we learned was the oracles of becoming men and women as children. We were first born. That's not what happens now. That's not what happens in today's society. I want them to be a kid. I want them to enjoy his childhood. Man, you're supposed to put your little 5-year-old out there to work. Give him a little job. Pay him. And pay his little ass.
Take out the trash.
Yeah, pay him. Pick up dog poop or something. Teach him the right way. Teach him to work. As a man, you're going to have to know how to do that. Society is breeding a bunch of little ass girls, man. A bunch of little babies. Little monsters. You know? So it's time to mature and try new things, try better things. Being able to discern, I'm not going to go to this hip-hop concert. I'm going to go to a symphony this week. I'm going to go to an art gallery and look at some art or something. Do something different.
Jazz.
I'm not going to go eat fried chicken at Popeyes. I'm going to go to a 5-star restaurant and have rack of lamb.
Go to an Indian food spot.
Yeah, try Mediterranean or something.
Thai.
Try something else. But the nigga shit is childish and it's gotta go. Has no place in this truth for that childish nigga shit, man.
It's a lot of childish nigga shit.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's been happening like all year, like the past year or so. Like it says, folly is set in great dignity, even in Israel. Even in Israel, folly is set in great dignity, man. A lot of entertainment, a lot of niggas doing their own thing. Are they creating their own lanes instead of coming through the door, the doorfold of Yahweh Shai, man? A lot of guys gonna be disappointed when Yahweh Shai come back, man. When y'all get that dismissal, I never knew thee, and you gotta stand your ass right down here with the sad puppy face with your fringes on, and you gotta watch some missiles come down on your head.
You watching other men.
While you seeing other men that you was scoffing and talking shit about, getting caught up, man, getting rewarded. You gonna know in that day, man.
Micah chapter 2 verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This black culture, this world and society, the way that you've been taught, this is not your rest. This is not what you rest upon. You rest upon these scriptures. Okay? That's what you rest upon. It says, because it is polluted, everything that you're bringing out of this world is only a polluted to you. And it will pollute others if you allow too much of it in there. Okay? It's not meant for this truth. It says, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
And some chicks, they think this is their rest. That's why they're so comfortable here, man.
Right, that's why they want to build.
Yeah. Dudes want to live the life of an Israelite in America, man.
Right.
They want to
Captivity.
build a kingdom
Captivity
inside
under
of
Esau.
They want to
You know?
feel like kings and living in the slave quarter.
Yeah.
Not be a king in the kingdom of heaven, but still living in the slave quarter.
You think that we're gonna be partying in the kingdom how we do today, with a fucking DJ spinning the records and niggas trying to spit hot fire on the mic or whatever and
Niggas-
shit, man.
niggas getting
Trying to rip
hypey.
the mic up.
Yeah.
You know?
Niggas getting hypey.
Hyphy, I ain't heard that word. I ain't heard
Oh,
that.
10 years, bro.
I
No,
ain't
but
heard that
real
word
talk,
in a long
though.
ass time. But calm,
Yeah.
man. No, it ain't gonna be like that, man. We ain't gonna be on that low level shit that we learn here, man.
Nope.
You know, it's gonna be beautiful, man. All right, we gonna
Niggas
sing.
ain't gonna have
We gonna be
dreads,
singing praises.
shitlocks.
We gonna be singing praises, man. Hymns to our Father, man.
God.
Hey, low level niggas don't even know what music is.
Right.
Bro, wait, y'all, man, chords.
You can ask me
Niggas don't.
what does music look like? Write music on a piece of paper.
Write it down.
Don't write no lyrics, write music.
God.
Right.
They don't know music is something.
They don't understand the purpose of music. You know, music was to put you in a certain vibration, a certain spirit. That's why when David plays certain chords on the harp, it can take demons off. Music. That's why music is so powerful. That's why this damn devil uses music.
God.
Because he knows not only can it take demons off of you, it can put demons on.
And that's why he only let you niggas produce beats that got a hard ass bass line and a snare. Because that music keeps you on a low level.
That diss track, that shit, that beat,
It's
that
demonic
sound like
shit.
the same shit that niggas in the world listen to loading up the clips. Or finna go to the club and start some trouble or some shit, man. You know? That beat that them niggas was rapping on, and you see why they message the shit that they was saying on that track, you see where it came from, where the influence came from. You niggas literally don't know that they got demons on them, man. You know? But that's what happens when you don't separate yourself from this world. You know? I got something because you said, I think you said it. You was quoting in Corinthians where it talks about how we supposed to put off our childish ways, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, when we learn as a child, we spoke as a child.
Yeah.
We understood as a child, but when I became a man, I put away some childish things. Well, here's a pre. 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. Brethren, be not children in understanding. Howbeit, in malice. Huh?
The one he said in 13th chapter.
You can get it. It says, brethren, be not children in understanding. Howbeit, in malice, be ye children.
Be mature in understanding. That's the point. That's why we always talk about stop bringing this worldly shit in, thinking that you're edifying Israel. I don't care how good it is.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good your raps are, what you're talking about in it. You bringing it the hip hop angle in is just simply making them think it's okay to bring rap into this thing. It's not. Because you bring rap, even if it's good rap, that's spiritual. You bring rap in. Now they're gonna bring in whatever other entity in black culture in, and then before you know it, it's gonna be full of niggas in it.
Another thing, you niggas you have the same westernized worldly mentality when it comes to certain things in the scriptures. You don't even put your mind back to the way our forefathers used to their point of view, going back to the east in the ancient world thousands of years ago. They was on a whole different playing field, man. Their whole mentality was totally different from yours. You grew up over here in the West, and this is the modern age, Western civilization. So your mind is going to be altered according to the social construct that was set up and built up by your oppressors.
Right.
When we was in our right mind in the ancient world under our kingdom, we wasn't under the values and concepts
Yep.
and social construct of the heathen. We was it was all about the law, statutes, commandments, man. That was our wisdom.
Yep.
So that means what? We had a different mentality. We thought different back then.
Yep.
And we were men about these things.
Yep.
We were rational,
Yep.
okay? We were men about shit, man. You niggas are not, like the biggest controversial topic, rape.
Yep.
You niggas you're fucking
Childish.
emotional and childish when it comes to that topic. But you clearly see it's right here in the law, right in your scriptures. But you turn around and you don't know how to be men about it because you're taught to be so fucking emotional that you gotta react that way. But now y'all teaching that rape is in the Bible? Oh,
Right,
hell.
it's in there.
Protect your kids, protect your
Yeah.
children. Don't let those guys around your kids. They're gonna rape your kids.
Motherfucker, you live next to
You sound like a
to,
fucking child,
what's
man.
it called?
You sound like a straight up emotional
sex
bitch. You sound like a woman.
Yep.
You don't sound like a man with hair on his nuts at all.
And it's not, and we're not making you a man doesn't mean that you have the ability to go out there and rape. The scripture had nothing to do about it. We're teaching you how to deal with it when it happens. That's it. How do you judge on this once it happens? Because it happens.
Because what?
We don't condone
We have
it
to know
happening.
that. We
It
have to
happens.
know that if we're gonna be judges, right?
Right.
A judge is not supposed to judge emotionally. That's why it's not supposed to be no fucking female judges.
Yep.
They judge according to because they're emotional creatures. But you men that took on the vibration of women, y'all don't know how to judge.
That's right.
So if we left it to y'all to be judges, we'd be put to death just because we point out in the law that you're supposed to be judging by what it say. Or that man raped that woman. And we're coming to you that this man just did that deed. Okay, so let's go, let's deal with the law on it.
Yeah.
Wait.
So-
you want to talk about it? You don't want to just kill him? Oh my God, you're a rapist too. That's the mentality that you guys are coming with. That's it, right?
That's that childish,
You must be a rapist
emotional
too because you're not going
spirit.
to kill him.
Yep.
My daughter,
Cherry,
my wife,
cherry
my
Kool-Aid,
sister.
fat ass.
Hey,
Bowser Cooper, Bowser the Dragon,
fatback.
King Cooper.
Cooper looking motherfucker, man. You see how she's being about it?
Yep.
You niggas, when this thing first came out, you niggas were being the exact same way she's being.
Yep.
And that's a woman.
Yep.
And that's a
teach her
woman.
to be that way. She was that way. She's explaining how you learn how to be that way from women like her.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't want to get raped, man, don't be in a position to get raped.
Don't be having your titties and
Don't
ass.
be out there like that. Ain't hard. Because the other part that never gets talked about is when we tell you how to cover yourself up as a woman, and you protect and keep your daughter in straights. When who was out there with him? Who was out there with Reuben when he found the mandrakes? Wasn't the wives was out there too? Well, they wasn't out there alone where men could just run up and rape them. You gotta be able to put this stuff together. You don't put them in a situation, and the younger brothers wasn't out there either. It was the older brothers. Okay, you gotta have somebody out there to make sure that stuff don't happen.
But was it Book of Judges?
it's
Daughters of
Shiloh.
Shiloh?
Yeah,
Daughters of
Benjamin.
Shiloh?
Yep.
Benjamin,
Yeah,
yeah.
the elders of Israel say
They told him to do
They
it.
told him to do it. Grabbed up the daughters
They
of
grabbed
Shiloh
them with
while
the
they
gun.
dancing.
They go grab them up
Grab 'em up and have
while they
sex.
twerking.
You know?
Yeah, man.
To replenish the sons of Benjamin.
Now, what happened? Now, I want to bring up the occasion of how people don't put these scriptures together. You don't know how to extrapolate. Like with Susanna, right? The history of Susanna. When did those judges? When the judges? I think they were.
No. I think it was.
It was two
I
men.
think it was two men that was trying to rape her.
Susanna, yeah.
They was trying to bribe her to having sex with them.
Yeah, blackmailer. Yeah.
So when she like screamed out,
Right,
they was
right,
like,
I'm trying
you know
to
what?
figure
We
out
gonna
who
lie.
they
We gonna make a lie about you.
Are we gonna lie
Well, who
about
judged
you?
the matter? I believe
No,
it
it
was.
was Daniel that
I believe it
judged
was
it.
Daniel.
But what I'm saying is, whatever position that they were in, I don't remember the position that they were in. Yeah, they was in a high position to be believed. But the
Yeah.
point was, if you read that story, you'll see how they waited till there was no witnesses around. There was supposed to be a handmaid that was in there watching. That's what was supposed to be to make sure that didn't happen. that was the point. You keep a fail safe on that, so or that's why in later ancient times or more modern times than that, they had chastity belts, so because there wouldn't be somebody that would always be around to make sure that didn't happen. But you kept somebody around, especially if you had
and another thing,
the people under you to do it.
Another thing back then, because women were men's property.
Yeah.
She would usually, if she was out there, she would have the attire indicating that she belongs to her husband.
Yep.
So you would know that that's another man's wife.
Or-
So you're not finna approach her. You're not finna run and snatch her up.
Or something that
you know
shows
that,
she
and you
was,
know according to law, if you
trouble.
do that, you're done. You're gonna be put to death.
Yep.
Yep.
You know. So going back to that equation or that scenario, so you come to a dude. Let's say you're a father, and you just found out that your daughter got took by another fellow Israelite. When you go to the judge on it, and the judge be like, "What happened?" And you be like, "My daughter just got raped by such and such." Oh yeah. Now, if he's emotional and childish like you niggas are, all right, well let's go find that nigga and let's go kill him. Now, but if he's a reasonable judge, if he was a judge of wisdom, he judged with equity. He'd be like, okay, let's examine the matter. All right, let me do an investigation. All right, so basically he's gonna start with the token of her virginity.
Yeah.
She was a virgin. Yes, she was a virgin. I have the proof. Okay. So the man did that. Did you promise her to anyone? No, I didn't. Oh, so she wasn't promised to be married to no one? No. All right, so what we need to do, let's go to Deuteronomy 22.
You gonna get it?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Because it tells you
This
exactly
is
how to
this is
handle
what a
it.
judge is gonna do.
I was talking about how you prevent it from happening, but when the occasion does happen,
This is how it was
this is what
done.
it is.
Deuteronomy
And then after I'm gonna say something else too.
22, you want to start at 28?
Yeah, let's get that since we're dealing with that scenario, because I mentioned, because the first thing the
That she
judge
was.
asked the
she
father
married, yeah.
was, did you promise her, is she married?
Yeah.
Or is she engaged to another,
Betrothed.
is she betrothed to another Israelite brother? You say no, she didn't belong to nobody?
Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife.
So you would, the judge would read that out of the law, all right? And he's gonna, the next question would be, so did that man pay up? Did he pay you? Was he able to come to you and say, look, I took your daughter, I wanted her, I had a desire unto her, you know?
I think the 50 shekels.
And
is more
I didn't
than
see
normally
I didn't see
pay.
nothing indicating that she belonged to anybody, so she was just so damn good looking. I took it.
Yeah.
Now the father, he's gonna be like, hey man, I really didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was my asset. She was a help to me,
I was gonna try to
but
give her
I
off
was
to
gonna
the
try to
prince's
give her
daughter,
over.
and the
You
king's
know, I had
son.
in mind that of a guy that I was gonna give her to, but I didn't do it. But since you stepped up to the plate and you just took that out of my hands, you gotta give me. I gotta be well off. You gotta pay me
And
up.
I think, like I was saying, I think
You
it's
gotta
more
compensate me
expensive.
for taking away my asset.
Kind.
Yeah, I think it was 50 shekels.
That's how we dealt back then.
Right.
And we reasoned like that. We were men about it. We didn't just all of a sudden, oh, let's go get the strap. Let's go.
Let's go.
You know, let's go. You know, like with them fucking monkeys
Yeah.
up in the Bronx that killed that what was his name? They killed him in that bodega. They fucking damn near mutilated him, decapitated him and shit, man. In the Bronx, man. It was like a month ago.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was over a chick.
And the only time they got put to death was when if she cried or she didn't cry out.
Now let's handle another
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
We reenacting these scenarios.
So let me say this, and I believe it was 50 shekels, which was normally if it wasn't rape.
That was a lot of that was
if
good
it wasn't
ass
rape, I
money.
think it was about 30 shekels for a regular wife. But it's 50 now because you took it. So there's a penalty price that comes with taking it. Okay, if you took it without going through the right process. Now I have to say this is the part I want to say also. But there was some men that would kind of leave their daughters that couldn't get a man and kind of, hey, run to the store for me right quick. But it's almost sundown. Yeah, you be quick. Knowing that the men is out there drinking. So somebody can take them off your hands. You got to understand that scenario happened too. It's a natural thought process that would happen.
Like what you were saying, with the women that the fathers just left out there, if the woman wasn't, like, if she didn't cook good, you know, things like this, that's when they're like, hey, you gotta go to the store at night, because it's gonna be hard for you.
We're gonna go to the field and I'll be right back, you know.
It's gonna be hard
because men wasn't as superficial as they are today back then. It meant more to the man of what the woman can contribute to his household.
What were her attributes that she could bring?
What wifely skills she had.
Not just how good she looked, but how, if she gonna feed my family, can she make babies? I need other, you know. Without a woman, you can't have a son.
Well, she know how to raise my daughter right and groom her to be a good wife.
Exactly. Will she put out me some sons to help me till my land? I can't buy this land.
Not just popping out babies, but being able to nurture and teach them too.
Yep.
So,
you know.
And that's why most in the ancient world, that same mentality why men got wives. It wasn't because I gotta have the baddest one on the block.
Hey, matter of fact, find that in Apocrypha, where it talks about desire not a woman for just no, desire not a woman for pleasure.
Yeah. I think it's the same script though. Just look real quick.
Now, don't get me wrong.
One
of the first things that we acknowledge about a woman when we first see them is their beauty, man. And when you see that how good they look, your flesh is gonna react. Because you're a man. The Lord built you that way.
You know? Big Z found it.
But it ain't just about the flesh. It ain't about her, the pleasure of you, you know, getting your rock off, man. It shouldn't just boil down to that. You got to get you a woman that's on the level, man. A wife, because we talking about wives here. We ain't talking about just getting you a straggler or a concubine. We talking about getting you a wife. When it comes to getting you an actual helpmate, it's not about just getting your rock off, man. No. That's not what she was just here for, not just for pleasure. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 25, verse 21, Ecclesiasticus. Yep. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Exactly, man. Don't desire her just for pleasure, man. A lot of men, that's what Floyd Mayweather do. That's why he got all those women around him, and what the fuck do they do for him besides twerk in his living room,
get popped.
And they take it all, they living good off this thing.
Bring attention to him.
You know? And these bitches are able, in this day and age, these bitches are able to become celebrities off of fucking you. You fucking them, turn them into celebrities. And now they can make their own money. That's the type of world we live in right now. That's why if these niggas, if they had any wisdom, or if they wasn't just some low-life niggas with a bunch of money, then they understand these principles. I'm not dealing with. I see through all you hoes. Y'all here for the money. You gonna deal with a woman that's. I don't give a fuck about your money. I'll come. I'm gonna be here to basically help you become the better man that you striving to be.
And then we'll get the money anyway. Now, before we move on, I want to keep going with this a little bit because the scripture's on it, right?
And this woman don't have ulterior motives. She ain't in it because she's gonna eventually walk away with your shit. She really wanna build with you and endure with you, you know, till death do you apart, man. About to close up.
You about to close.
All right, pop it one more. Take the other battery, pop that out, and put the last battery.
It ain't hot right now. Don't see in that face like it's that bad out here.